There's so many new changes coming with the mid-season update for Season 4, but today we're going to specifically talk about all the hero changes. The hero changes, there's not a big list. It's only for Kelvin, so technically we're only talking about the Kelvin changes. I'm going to go over and show a side-by-side comparison of all the different things that Kelvin is going to receive. They're basically nerfs, but I think it's going to help him kind of like shape in a way. It's going to make him a lot less strong. We all know Kelvin is very, very strong. And so it kind of just balances him out and makes him just a little weaker, but still viable, 100% still viable, just not as strong as he is currently. So we're going to go over it all, his HP, his gun damage, everything. I'm going to tell you whether or not there's an unchange or if it's actually getting a change. And there will be a side-by-side comparison on the screen for you guys. So let's jump into it. First up, this is the new training grounds area. It's not necessarily a new area, but it does look a little different. We are allowed to actually change heroes inside the training grounds rather than having to back out to the main menu and then come all the way back in. We can actually go in right here and just change everything. You can also change skins. You can change ultimates. So you can kind of test freely and just kind of look at a bunch of different things. So that's a really cool change. I'm glad they did this. That way we don't have to back out and then find the new hero and then go back in and all that stuff. It's just a really good change. But as you guys can see right here on this screen, Kelvin did receive a slight bump or a slight decrease in his total shield, making his total HP drop significantly. I would say this is a pretty significant change. Currently you can see that he has 11,200 HP that is with his shield, and in the new side you can see that it is 9,800. So this did drop quite a bit. I think this definitely balances him out because he did have quite a lot of HP. You could survive for a long time, not to mention if you did have his passive, then you can just heal and keep that 11,200 HP just consistently up. So this is a good change, definitely a good change in the sense of his passive heals him. So like he doesn't need to have that much health on top of having a passive that heals. So I think this is a really good change. Next is his Snowball's HP. As you guys can see that currently it is at 16,800, which is just absolutely enormous. And it does drop down to 15,400. So this is a really good change as well. His Snowball is pretty hefty, and just having it have less HP definitely balances him out and doesn't make him quite as strong. Having a mobile shield that you can also heal off of, and you can also throw at the opponents and hurt them. It was kind of annoying to have that 16,800 mobile shield that just kind of, oh, let me just throw it at you and spawn another one. It was a little annoying. So this is a good change, I think, overall, just as an in general balance to the hero and making it just not as strong. His collision damage did also get a change. Currently, it does 2,100 damage twice to whenever you throw it or hit the snowball at an enemy. Now the collision damage does 1,960 damage, which is, again, also twice, which is still a really good ability, but it's just not as much damage. You can deal so much damage with this thing, and so just a slight nerf, just a slight decrease in that damage overall, I think is really good to kind of, again, balance him out. A lot of these changes are basically just to balance him out and just keep him more of a fair hero. When he came out, I was just absolutely dominating lobbies. And so this, I think, is a really good change just overall. Another thing the patch notes mentioned is that the AoE damage is also getting reduced. And this is kind of hard to show inside the actual training grounds. There's not really a lot of characters or enemies that are next to each other. You'd have to time it right with the victors. So just know that the AoE damage did get reduced. Like I said, it's kind of hard to show in here, but it did get reduced. So just be prepared for that whenever you are playing him out in the actual game, that his AoE damage is not as strong as it once was. As far as gun damage and also his stick slap damage, neither of those received any sort of changes. His gun still does 224 damage per tick, and his stick slap still does 1,120 damage. So don't expect any changes from those. Those are exactly the same. So that's good to keep some things in his kit still the same, but some other things getting reduced. I think this is just a really good change overall. Makes Kelvin not as prominent, not as strong, not as the go-to pick for a lot of people. But he's still going to be good. He's still going to be viable. It's not necessarily a crazy nerf to the character. It is just, you know, good balance changes all around to make him just a more fair character. As for Kelvin's ultimate, it does the same exact thing. It has the same exact charge time, and it does the same exact damage. It still does 2100 damage whenever you knock someone with the 3 snowballs that you throw out. So that is also something that went unchanged with this update. That is all for the hero changes for Kelvin. If you guys want to check out the patch notes, I will leave them down in the description, like I said, and you guys can just go check it out and look at all the things that we're getting changes wise. It also shows all of the new events we're getting with the Valentine's Day stuff, and just a bunch of other things that are coming to the game, quality of life things, and, you know, UI changes, main menu stuff. It's all down below if you guys want to check it all out. I might make a video on all of the changes or just some of the differences, but just know that it's all down there. You guys can check it out for yourselves, and just a bunch of stuff is coming. Leave a like on the video, guys. Subscribe for some more T3. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Kelvin currently, and will these changes help him and kind of sort of dull him out in the meta. He is definitely a very prominent hero right now, and I run into him a lot, and he is just very, very hard to deal with. But I am glad that they are implementing changes to him to make him just a little more balanced. So I think this is a really good thing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I will also be continuing the Arena Cup. I have 2 more episodes to get through. I've just been super swamped with work, and I just have not had time to even play video games, let alone record and all that stuff. But today is my day off, so I figured I would get some content out for you guys, especially since we're getting an update later on tonight. So let me know all the comments down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace out, guys.